I've imported a DWG file from AutoCAD Architecture, and as is typical in most CAD programs, you'll have a lot of different layers that you need to manage. One approach is to ignore layers altogether. I could select the first layer here, scroll all the way down, hold down Shift, and select the last layer so I get all the layers together. And then delete and move to the current layer. However, when I did that, all the layers that were off were merged into layer 0, and that wasn't my intention. So undo, click here to sort by visibility. Now I can see the list of layers that are off, and I can avoid those. I can select this one, go all the way down here, hold down Shift, delete, move to the current layer, and then I'll get all these and delete them and delete the contents. So now everything's on layer 0. I could then select all, create a group, and build my SketchUp geometry on top of this, acting as a template. Now that's just one approach. On the other hand, I could undo and create my geometry directly from the entities that are here already. In that case, I'm going to need some more advanced layer management tools. Didier Boer at the Ruby Library Depot has created an excellent Ruby script called Layer Manager, and it comes with this extensive toolbar. So let me just show you some of the tools on this toolbar. For example, I'll make a selection here, one of the lines that make up this door. I'll click this first button to set the layer of this selection to be the current layer. The radio button jumped down here to A door. The advantage here is that sometimes when you're working, you don't want to bother learning the layer name that you're going to work on. You just want to work on that particular layer. Just make a selection, click on this button, and the current layer is changed automatically for you. It saves time from having to learn the name, scroll down here, and click the appropriate radio button. So let me just go back to the door layer, make that current again. And then this next tool moves the selection to the current layer. So let's say I find this stuff over here, which should be on the door layer, but it's on the appliance layer. Well, I'll click here and move it to the door layer. All of these tools are just time-saving features, really. This one here displays the layer configuration, which we don't yet have. This saves a layer config. Let's do that now. Let's just call this layer state A. OK. So that saves the visibility, whether it's on or off, for all of the layers in this collection. It saves it in a text file. So later on, I can go ahead and change things around. Let's say I'm working extensively and making some changes here. I can come back and restore the layer config to A, and we get back to that state. I'm going to skip over these and show you some of these other buttons. This button turns all layers on. This one makes all layers invisible except the current layer, which is A door. Let's just make all layers visible again. This one requires a selection, and I can tell that because there's a yellow tone here on this first layer that requires that I select something. I'll click this and isolate that layer so I can work on it. This button hides particular layers that you select. Let me just go back and turn everything on. I'll make some selections and hide those layers. This is an extremely useful tool right here, this red one, because I can just select a bunch of things and get rid of them by clicking this button. This tool inverts the visibility so I can see everything that I'm not currently looking at. And these are filters, as these funnel icons suggest. I can isolate layers by filtering something out of their name, and this works well when you have a layer naming convention like these. I could filter all of the A-ANO layers out, for example, and I could look at what's on those layers. So you can do that for isolation, showing layers, and hiding layers by typing in filter criteria. So all in all, an excellent toolbar for managing layers.